Nobody. I was watching the third quarter Knicks game last night. And I talked to somebody who is in the league, and I said they were down so big. I said 44-point loss in the last game, down 30 points in this game, wound up losing by 37. I said if they don't fire him now, they're never going to fire him. Well, they just fired him. So Fizdale has been fired by the Knicks. We don't have a coach yet, right? We don't have an interim coach. But Fizdale has been fired. Now, here's the deal. All right, Fizdale's gone. Fine. Who they bring in means nothing unless you're going to get some players. What's the difference? Listen, I'm not saying you couldn't squeeze more out of this team than Fizdale was, because Fizdale was not getting anything out of this team. This team was not playing hard for him. Now, it's funny. I watched the Celtic game the other night, and they played as hard as they could for three quarters. They played defense. They passed the ball. They moved the ball. They scored the ball. And then typical in the last 6 minutes, they were awful, and they lost by 9 points. That's the typical Knicks. They do that. When they have their good nights, that's what happens. They play well for three quarters and lose in the fourth quarter. They always lose it in the fourth quarter. They always get badly outscored in the fourth quarter. And then they got a night last night with the Nuggets, who had lost to the Lakers, and I thought played badly down the stretch of that Laker game. I thought I was really disappointed with how the Nuggets played that night, because I watched that game. And listen, I understand it's LeBron, and he's still LeBron. But I thought Jokic was off his game. Matter of fact, Jokic was having a terrible season. He really is. His scoring's down 5 points. His shooting percentages are down unbelievably across the board. He is not playing well. They have a good team. They have a legitimately good team, but he is not playing well. And he played great last year. He has not played well so far, but that's not the story right now. The story right now is the Knicks, who last night got beat 129-92 in their building. And you know what? You can't have a building where you're going to get beat by 37 points at home. I mean, it just and you're down the whole game. You're down big at half. You're down big after three. You're down big after four. I mean, it just gets bigger along the way. It goes on and on. You gave up 67 points in the first half. You give up 129 for the game. You can't crack 100. I mean, it was as ugly as it gets. They got outscored by 81 points in their last two games. So Fizdale walks the plank. Again, that doesn't matter. You know what? It's a headline for 10 minutes. Who cares? All right, it didn't work out. He didn't do the job. But it isn't about him. It's about the team. They have to clean house and start over. That's all there is to it. And they got to get somebody in there who can run the franchise. They don't have that. It has to start there. They are 4-18. They are utterly dreadful. They've won one of the last 10 games. They are just putrid. And again, they might get a short-term bounce from somebody for a couple of games, but they're not winning. They're not going anywhere or winning any games with that group of players. But he now gets fired. We'll let you know as soon as they give us who the interim coach is. We don't have that yet.